Today, we are looking at a tragic aviation incident in South Sudan that has once again raised a serious question about air safety in the region. On April 27, 2026, a small passenger aircraft crashed about 20 kilometers southwest of Juba, the capital of South Sudan. According to the South Sudan Civil Aviation Authority, all 14 people on board lost their life, and there were no survivors. Let's break down what happened, what may have caused this crash, and what it tells us about aviation safety in South Sudan and similar regions. Number one is what we know so far. The aircraft involved was a Cessna 208 Caravan, a type of plane widely used across Africa for regional and remote transport. It was operated by Citylink Aviation Ltd. The flight departed from Ye at 9:15 a.m. local time and was heading to Juba International Airport. Everything seemed normal at first, but at approximately 9:43 a.m., communication with the aircraft was lost. Shortly after, it was confirmed that the plane had crashed. On board were 14 people, 1 pilot and 13 passengers. Among them were 2 Kenyan nationals and 12 South Sudanese citizens. Authorities confirmed that there were no survivors. Second, initial cause. People talk of weather condition. Preliminary reports suggest that poor weather condition may have played a role in the crash, particularly low visibility. This is a critical point. A small aircraft like the Cessna Caravan are especially vulnerable to weather. Unlike large commercial jets, they often rely more heavily on visual navigation. They often rely more on that, especially in a region where advanced navigation system may not be fully available. Low visibility can make it extremely difficult for pilot to maintain orientation, avoid terrain, and properly approach landing zones. If the aircraft encountered sudden weather change, such as fog, heavy rain, or low cloud cover, the pilot may have been forced into a dangerous situation with very little time to react. Third is that the aircraft Cessna 208 Caravan. The Cessna 2008 Caravan is generally considered reliable and widely used in remote regions. However, its safety depends heavily on proper maintenance, pilot experience, weather condition, and infrastructure support. In developed aviation system, this aircraft perform well, but in regions with limited resources, even a reliable aircraft can become vulnerable. Number 4 is bigger issues, aviation safety in South Sudan. This crash is not an isolated incident. South Sudan has experienced multiple aviation accidents in recent years. Most of them involved small aircraft operating in difficult conditions. There are several recurring challenges. Poor infrastructure. Many airstrips in South Sudan are not fully equipped with modern navigation system. Some lack radar coverage, instrument landing system, and reliable weather reporting tools. This means pilots often operate with limited information. And other is that weather monitoring limitation. Accurate and real-time weather data is crucial in aviation. In many parts of South Sudan, weather monitoring systems are either limited or outdated. This increases the risk of flight encountering unexpected conditions. Egging aircraft. Some aircraft operating in the region are older and may not meet modern safety standard unless properly maintained. Maintenance itself can be a challenge due to lack of technical resources, limited regulatory enforcement, and financial constraint. And other one is operational pressure. Airlines operating in remote regions often face pressure to maintain a schedule even under less than ideal conditions. This can sometimes lead to risky decisions such as flying in poor weather. Number 5 is human factor. We also have to consider the human element. Even highly skilled pilot can be overwhelmed by sudden weather change, limited visibility, and lack of navigation support. If the pilot lost visual reference and did not have sufficient instrument support, the situation could quickly become unrecoverable. Number 6 is investigation. What comes next? Authorities have launched an investigation which will likely focus on weather data at the time of the crash, aircraft maintenance record, pilot training and experience, communication log, and flight path and altitude. Investigations like this take time, but they are crucial in preventing future accidents. Number 7 is impact on families and community. Beyond the technical analysis, it is important to remember the human cost. 14 lives were lost, families affected, communities grieving, and a nation once again facing the pain of preventable tragedy. The Civil Aviation Authority has extended condolences, but for the families, the loss is permanent. So, what needs to change? If incidents like this are to be reduced, several steps are critical, and that is investment in aviation infrastructure and a better weather monitoring system, a stronger regulatory enforcement, improved pilot training for adverse conditions, and strict maintenance standard for aircraft. Without these changes, similar tragedies may continue to happen in South Sudan. Here is a final thought. This crash near Juba is a reminder that aviation safety is not just about aircraft. It is about system, infrastructure, and decision making. When even one part of that system fails, the consequences can be devastating. As the investigation continues, the focus should not only be on what went wrong, but on how to ensure it doesn't happen again. So, what do you think about caused this crash? Do you believe weather alone is to blame, or a deeper systematic issues involved? Let me know your thought in the comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis on important global events. Stay informed. Bye bye.